Oh, we're not seeing that, but the loser semi could be Elfirmament versus Energetic again.
Yeah, it could be. Got taken out quickly by Kraken Paradise. They're like the I don't know how much you've been keeping up. They're the #1 team in the West right now. Like they're the best non-Japanese team right now, and the best European team. So
Yeah,
these guys are nuts. And luckily, I'm like close friends with all their members, and she's UK, so she's on my UK team and carries me easy.
she's a bad heavy splatling player.
Great heavy spelling player.
Bad heavy splatling player. anything to shit talk him. Hey, what's up?
We're back online. That was great. We had an awesome discussion in the background, and then we just realized we might be live. So welcome back to the Into the Rhythm tournament, obviously presented by Sennheiser, and we're getting ready for the semifinals on the winner bracket side. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, semifinals winner. So the semifinals winner. So the winner of the winners bracket, I guess I think it is. And yes, this is winners of winners bracket. So I'm here, D-Runner's here, and we're going into the match again.
That's true. Kraken Paradise against BackSquids. We just saw BackSquids kicking out Ghost Gaming in the quarters, and Kraken Paradise, they eliminated Energetics from the winner side. So they're down to the loser bracket as well. Once again, BackSquid is green, and Kraken Paradise on blue.
We got Watson playing for Kraken Paradise. He's not one of their regular members, so we'll see how he really manages to pull this out here. BackSquids obviously had a really strong performance against Ghost Gaming, who were considered the second best team in the West, but now they're against Kraken Paradise, who are the best team in the West. So we'll be seeing how that plays out.
Yeah, both teams trying to just lay down more like a foundation to move on. Oh, that was a good one onto Ben, but Ben didn't really fall. Ink Armor out already. For the BackSquids, they're also the first ones to actually grab it and move along here with the Rainmaker Magian. Woven over to the outside with Ben helping out Kaito on the other side, now trying to get on Gray, but it seems like Gray, yep, he falls, getting splattered by Kaito, but also Rainmaker falls.
That's a 2-2 now. The Stingray stopping that Rainmaker from progressing. Echo looking to pop it just to get a little bit further, maybe. Ben and Kaito pushing into that lower area of Kraken Paradise's spawn. I'm thinking BackSquids are going to be playing better here because Kraken Paradise were coming off of a considerably easier matchup for them. So BackSquids are going to be running on that adrenaline of winning that really close match. And BackSquids managed pushing it to 66. So a good opening push for them.
Yeah, they still got Ben in the front line, trying to make sure that Kraken Paradise is not getting closer to the Rainmaker. Obviously, as you said already, BackSquid with a way better run. They're obviously coming out of that tight matchup against Ghost Gaming. But Kraken Paradise, they need that initial push to actually find their way into the game, find the rhythm. Kyber now onto Kaito. Kaito also falls. Echo right behind that. Echo had a great game on the last one.
Yeah, unfortunately the Rainmaker resets with BackSquids still in the advantage state here. KB just getting taken down every couple minutes, like every couple moments, not really managing to have all their team members up. The Stingrays are coming out from both sides here. Kaji actually all by themselves, trying to put some more pressure onto BackSquids so that her team can move back in. Gets taken down mid Stingray here as Ben and Wadsum have a little bit of a duel.
We see similar setup on the second push-up. They once again try to be close to the Rainmaker, trying to provide some cover, but lost it early on. Now Kaito versus WADSM on the flank. Oh, WADSM actually falls to Kaito. That's a good one. He might be able to even get the Rainmaker, but not yet. There's obviously Kaito to near Gray the same. It's a bit too much pressure there from Kraken Paradise to already cash in, move along.
Yeah, Wadsum getting taken down there. He comes back. The Kraken Paradise already have the 1-man advantage, 2-man advantage here. Back to a 1-man advantage. Kraken Paradise looking to maybe start a push here. They don't know where the rest of BackSquids are. They take out one, and they're looking to start the push on that Rainmaker into the enemy spawn. Kraken Paradise pushing up with the ballers, and BackSquids really not knowing how to respond. The lead goes Kraken Paradise's way as they put some more pressure on here.
And that was the first push into enemy territory. They actually managed that, so it looks pretty good for them. Gray now moving on, but there's defense already standing. Ben makes sure that he can't go further than that. Still on 31, though. That's nearly more than 30 up on the side for Kraken Paradise. But there's also a charger, but only on the side of of BackSquids right now.
So the charger here, I think the charger here was an interesting pick. Echo is a charger player originally, so it was more of a comfort pick for him, whereas the heavy splatting is more of a comfort pick for Kaji, the backline for Kraken Paradise. So you could say here in this situation that Echo has the advantage with the range, especially with that scoped variant. BackSquids not really managing to push back in here as I'm talking away. 2 down for them as Kaito is being pressured here by his Stingray and has to kind of hide and run away.
But Kaito going into Gray, getting another splat there now, trying to move around the outside, maybe getting back onto the objective. There's another jump coming in. Oh, I thought he might drop there. I wasn't sure what's happening. But Kaito managed to still stay on top. Ben helped out there, getting another splat for the BackSquid. But since their initial push, which was in the first 30 to 40 seconds, it seems like Kraken Paradise is a bit stronger when it comes to like pure splatting.
Yeah, they've come to sort of neutralize this game. They got their lead. After they got their lead, BackSquids have kind of struggled here to get back in. 40 seconds left on the clock. They need to make a push to get it to 31. It's quite a decent push that they need to make here. Echo using that Stingray to put some more pressure onto Kraken Paradise, whereas his team, though, are going down really fast. So he can't really do much about that as they have to back off with the Rainmaker. 20 seconds left in this game, and it's looking like it's Kraken Paradise's.
Yeah, it won't be easy for BackSquids here to come off with another map win at least after their win in the quarters. Mage now moving in, trying to have the Rainmaker just a few meters up ahead, but not really helping. There's obviously a defense line setting up again. They got the, what was the secondary on top of it. I forgot the name of it, but Stingray coming in last.
Oh, just about stops him from getting the lead. If you could have saw it, there was like 7 points in there. Imagine made the final gambit there just to try and push himself in that tiny little bit more just to get the lead, but he just doesn't get there in time.
Been enough to just jump down there, right?
No, it's the way that if you were to jump down, you wouldn't have gone as far. So the points work on like a circular basis around the tower. So if you wanted to get up to that point, it's a lot. You have to go a specific path, which is why he had to go forward. And unfortunately, that's into enemy fire in that situation, so he got taken down. Like
you know, I meant that shortcut, but I thought he could just if he would have just pushed instead of trying to wait for a splat that moment, it might have been enough. But hey, in the end, it wasn't.
Unfortunately, not. No, the Rapid Blaster was still there. Managed to get the splash damage on those blaster weapons are incredible. So the damage that came out so fast did so much for the team on the side of KP to stop that push.
And our discussion before we headed into this match, we said that obviously Kraken Paradise considered the best team in Europe, right? Like the best team that's non-Japanese.
Yeah,
and it seems like they live up to that, at least here, but not as dominated as I would have guessed they would be after what you said.
Well, the Europeans, there's a little bit of a debate going on currently, at least. FT Win, not in this tournament currently, but FT Win is a team from North America who are also being currently considered for the top spot of best team in the West. Both teams are incredible, but have incredible players on them, and Kraken Paradise have been dominant for the past couple months, actually, doing an incredible job at holding their position at the top. And people kind of want to see them fall, you know, and nobody wants the top team to be there all the time.
So Kraken Paradise leading in the series against BackSquids, and we can say already that Energetic won 2-0 against Nuance, so that means they're in the loser semi, where they might face Alpha Moment again, so there could be a rematch from the first match we saw tonight, or they could face Ghost Gaming, because that game is still on the way.
I would definitely put my money in the bag of Ghost Gaming in that situation. Ghost Gaming, known for some brilliant play. Even though they lost to the BackSquids, it was a very close match for them. So I don't know. I'm thinking we're going to see more of Ghost Gaming later on in the tournament myself.
Chat says Ghost Gaming won 2-0 against Alfirmament. All right, that would be Ghost Gaming versus Energetic in the loser semi. So it's on the same level as we are now with Kraken Paradise versus BackSquids.
Yeah. Also, matches that we didn't mention earlier on, Skill-Link were defeated by Alfirmament, and Polar Ace were taken out by Nuance before going into the losers quarterfinal thing, the quarterfinals. And we mentioned before about Kraken Paradise and Energetic. Otherwise, Kraken Paradise wouldn't be here. So we're going into our second game.
Oh, now I get it. They won. That's why they're here. All right. Good to know. Thank you, man.
Don't play me like that.
You never know, man. You never know.
You do never know. So we're going to be seeing...
Wait. I casted a tournament in my life. It wasn't Splatoon. But it was an ESL tournament. And in the end, the team that won was the only team that never won a single match. Because every team that won was disqualified. for ringing, for faking, for cheating, whatever. And really, every single time I finished the match, it was like we did it from the studio. So we're like, oh yeah, we're right back after the break. Break screen. We're coming back, and every single time it was like, yeah, you just saw Team A winning, but unfortunately, they had a ringer, so that means they lost. And in the end, really, the only team that never won a single match in the tournament actually won the money.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I lost my ass off,
insane.
man.
That's insane. I mean, trying to keep professionalism in a situation like that, I'd be dying.
It was amazing. I was laughing so hard. It's like, I can't be true, man. It's like everything I said on the stream was basically wrong because every single time we announced the winner, it was not the team going through the bracket. It's like,
I would have been
right,
like
great.
my mic and slapping my hands against the table, laughing.
Yeah.
Off.
It's so good experience with doing stuff like that. So I'm pretty happy right now that the teams that we actually set that won actually won. So
we don't have much of a trouble with teams cheating in this game. It's kind of hard to do so. We have easy ways of telling, so people don't really try it. I mean, in a lot of in the league we have, which I won't mention the name of because it's not this tournament organizer, but the league we have that runs in the Splatoon community, there have been a lot of instances of that. That's the place where the most instances of stuff like that has happened. But honestly, in Splatoon, you don't see that. It's a good game. We're all nice to each other. We don't cheat.
Jagonuto just gave the seal of approval for Splatoon 2. It's a good game.
It's a good game.
Like that. Yeah, like that. You're
9
the
out of
first
10.
Nintendo influencer now. It's a good game. All right, ready for map 2 here in the winner semi-finals. Still Kraken Paradise against BackSquids. BackSquids obviously trailing after map 1. BackSquids on green, and it's Kraken Paradise on. Is that pink or purple?
I was thinking of a magenta color, but I was just gonna say double Brella Hydra coming out from Kraken Paradise, which is weird. It's weird. I haven't seen that comp outside of Japan. It's a strange composition to have or bring into this match. We'll see how it works out for them during the course of the match today. Gray. Watson getting taken down early on in the match, and Gray just kind of running about. Takes out Echo, but gets taken out by Ben in the backline. Ben looking to push up here, putting some more pressure on the backline members of Kraken Paradise. They have the ball. They're looking ready to push in. BackSquids are.
Obviously, the ball brings more points. We had that already in our second matchup today. But it seems like Kraken they're just not as dominant in the beginning. They take a bit longer to get into the flow or the rhythm, or it's just that the BackSquids are just way more aggressive when it comes to that.
Yeah, I think it comes down to sort of the team, kind of like just the way the team plays. BackSquids, quite an aggressive team. They were known for running double blasted compositions, and they do manage to get the break on the clams, but they're not really going to get many points. And as the full team wipe comes out, and Kraken Paradise are looking for a reset here, they managed to take the pity clam and hopefully get a good push going.
Yeah, Kyver had a chance for a splat, but did not manage to get it through. He's obviously on the dualies, yeah. That's it. And there's also Slosher on the side of BackSquids, none though for Kraken.
So you looked at double jumps, the triple jump coming in for Kraken Paradise. They only managed to get 2 of the balls in. They did have 3. Gray getting taken out in the small window. There's a really small window where you can take jumpers out. Echo just standing about, getting ready for that pity clam, moving forward. Now they have 2 on the side of BackSquids.
Yeah, they had. I think Ben just got splattered with it, though.
Yeah.
Did he get rid of it before?
No, he got taken down too fast for him, and Watson is going to be controlling that spinner. That ball's going to despawn, and Watson with the save on that torpedo. Very lucky to be surviving that, as the game is kind of played in a neutral state at the moment. Not really much in the way for each team.
Yeah, obviously after the initial loss here for BackSquids, they need to put a bit more effort in, because they keep Kraken away from going ahead early on. Oh, Gray with a 1v1 up. We switched up that. Damn, just wanted to start on it. Ben at least scoring for them.
Ben managing to score the clam all by himself as well, getting a jumper as well. So that's gonna take the lead for them. And it's looking like BackSquids are looking to kind of mount a push. 3 down on the side of Kraken Paradise as Ben and Kaito are holding a really strong tight hold on the basket. They don't manage to get any more clams in past that point, even though they had a jumper coming in, and it's gonna go swing back in the way of Kraken Paradise here.
Kyver not really playing out the highlight that I was expecting him to put on here in this mode so far.
He's definitely an incredible player. Definitely an incredible player.
Yeah, he is. We don't need to argue about that, but you know, sometimes it's just a bit hard to get into.
Yeah, well, maybe looking to see something special coming out from Kiva. BackSquids taking out Wadham and looking to get another reset. They don't get the Kraken Paradise don't get the jump in, and one of their balls despawns. They do no, I lie. They do manage to get the jump in. It doesn't take the lead, but it eliminates the point difference that they had, like the extra penalty points that they had. As the reset back out from BackSquids as they come back into the middle. They do have 2 balls right now. 35 clams. 34, 33, 34, 35. The number keeps going up and down, but that's a lot of clams. And so that's I think that's an elimination number of clams as well. So if they manage to get all those clams in, they'll win the game.
Yeah, they just had a full team swipe before on Kraken. What's now the only one that's kind of holding the ground for them, but that's not really helped. The berry already broke. But was it with KG jumping in there, helping out and getting all the splats done? Wow.
Yeah, what incredible play by Kaji. Gray kind of caught out here. He was in the BackSquids base trying to get a counter push started, realizing how many clams that the BackSquids had. Gray all by himself getting taken out, jumping out, managing to jump in fact, and they break the basket. And KP looking to maybe make that gap smaller, 15-7 in the end as a reset comes out. 8 seconds left, and it's looking like this is BackSquids' game.
Yeah, it seems like they'll take map number 2, and they do so, which means it's a tie now. Kraken Paradise on 1, BackSquids on 1. Wow, I mean, do you think that's down to the mode, and it wasn't really where Kraken Paradise could really play their strength?
I'm not actually entirely sure. I would say it was. I think the Kraken Paradise, they brought out the custom Hydra in an attempt to quell any Tenterbrellas that came out from the side of BackSquids, but because BackSquids didn't bring any Tenterbrellas or anything that would need that custom Hydra to take them out, it was kind of a mispick on the side of Kraken Paradise, and they also went with the double Brella comp themselves. But Echo went with the custom Hydra too, and custom Hydras are really strong against Brella types. So he managed to basically gun down Gray and Woodham, I believe it was, using those Brellas. And the pushes the BackSquids got out were just so much stronger.
Seems like they got lucky with the counter picks there. So we'll definitely move on a map. I mean, I like that we got a tie now. Since, you know, I cast the first match with Matt here, and it was a 3-0, and we were both like, all right, that's already what we expected since those teams are so close. Now seeing Kraken Paradise do 1-1 against BackSquids, I kind of like that. So let's see where this is going, dude.
BackSquids, I think, are performing well above belt at the moment. They're playing incredible. They came back from European Championships this year because they played as a whole team. They're the German squad, so they came back from European Championships with an unfortunate 2nd place, and they thought to themselves, "We need a win. We need a win under our belt." So they're playing out of their minds, I'd say. I think that's what we're seeing here. They're playing out of their minds. They know what they want. They've got eyes on the prize. They want that goal.
Kraken Paradise, obviously the ones that can choose the map now. Do you think there's any favorite they might pick?
I think they're going to go for all the shorter range maps here, especially considering I think because Echo is a lot stronger on the Charger than and Charger has a positive matchup against the heavy splatling type or the splatling type that Kaji prefers to use. So I think they're gonna pick a shorter map. I mean, they don't really have many options for shorter maps on the board. BackSquids locking out more 8 towers, maybe just as a just in case. Gobi maybe the best option here for Kraken Paradise going in to this Splat Zones match. But Piranha Pit also an equally strong map for them.
I'd love to see Piranha Pit though.
You like Piranha Pit, do you?
Yeah.
Is it the conveyors? Oh, everybody loves the conveyors.
Yeah, why not? They're great.
I mean, it's just they had an extra element of like weirdness to the gameplay. Like, you know, you can't really stay on them because unless you're doing this weird walking thing where you look funny walking on the very edge. And they had some more dynamicness to the map. But personally, I'm not a massive fan of it, especially on Splat Zones. So I don't know. I'd prefer to see the Gobi arena.
I mean, we will definitely see Splat Zones. I'm just thinking about it, like on the first match, it was easy to see which team was better when it came to Splat Zones. It needed a more direct approach But here, like the 1v1s definitely go in favor of Kraken. But BackSquids seems to be really good in terms of communicating and setting up a line of attack and really making sure that everyone is basically pushing for the same target and the same goal at the same time.
Yeah, I think that aggressive playstyle that BackSquids employ really helps them out because they're against Kraken Paradise, a more methodical and meta-based team. That aggressive approach of just throwing yourself at the enemy, especially on something like Clan Blitz, just kind of works out. So in Splat Zones, that methodical approach that Kraken Paradise bring out might be more effective, regardless of the map that they pick.
We will find out soon, that's for sure. Just waiting for map number 3 here. Currently checking, Ghost Gaming and Energetic are still playing, so there's no news on the loser semi, which is a best of 3, by the way. So everything that's played in the loser bracket is only a best of 3.
I don't know about you, but I'm gonna put my money on Ghost Gaming. I'm a strong supporter.
Energetic played great in the first match.
Oh, don't get me wrong. No, they're an incredible team, but they're newer. So I'm thinking Ghost Gaming in these best of 3 losers semis situations are going to be a lot stronger because they've been there more. They know what it's like. You know, that as a team, they've got more experience in that seat. So go on.
If Ghost Gaming wins, it means they're in the final of the loser bracket, where they could face BackSquids in case they lose against Kraken Paradise, which will be another rematch.
Yeah, another rematch, and I don't know. Coming off of a game against Kraken Paradise, coming off of a game which a losing game versus coming off of a winning game, I always think there's a slight disadvantage to the team that's getting knocked down from winners side, you know, into that losers final. They're coming off of a loss. They might be broken up a little bit. It might have been a 3-0. It might have been a really close game. And whilst players at this level are more up together, if you know what I mean, like they've got a better grasp on if you lose, it's not the end of the world. But it's still demoralizing losing a match which maybe you could have won, or losing a match so harshly that you feel like even if you win this next one, you're gonna have no chance. So I think we'll see a close game, but I'm still thinking Ghost Gaming, even if it's BackSquids that gets knocked down into losers finals, are going to be coming out there and coming into the winners side at grand finals.
We'll figure out. It's obviously, that's always a hot topic, like mind games and figuring out where all the momentum goes. And it's the same when people say like, oh yeah, it's like, what's with the momentum if you had at least a very close matchup? But sometimes I think that might be even worse than losing 3-0. Losing 3-0 means you fucked up, basically. Sorry for that. I also did there. You did a huge mistake and you're up 3-0. But losing out in the 5th map, for example, and you had the chance for a win, it might even hurt even more.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. So, getting into our game now, Splat Zones on Inkblot Art Academy, it is. Rapid Blast is coming up from both sides. Rapid Blaster Pro Deco on the side of Kraken Paradise, and a Rapid Blaster Standard on the side of BackSquids.
He also Slusher on both sides. Kraken Paradise on yellow and BackSquids on blue or teal right now. Gray moving up to top. That might help him a bit with the range, though. With the Blaster, he might have a chance to even get some damage done on the platform, but no, he falls early on. Seems like BackSquids once again have a good start.
Yeah, managing to, even though Kraken Paradise had the early zone, BackSquids coming out really fast to take out members of Kraken Paradise and push them all the way back. They're looking to take this one maybe 73-0. They want to take this out quick. Ben moving up, trying to be aggressive, doesn't really get the opportunity with that point sensor that he did have on him, and the Stingray that also chased him before he was able to jump. Echo getting taken down in the Ray War as well as the rain comes onto the zone. Does neutralize it for a hot minute. BackSquids 2, it's looking like it's swinging in the way of Kraken Paradise, but Ben is doing his very best here to fight back.
Yeah, first blood was amazing. Second one, unfortunately, didn't work for him. Watson start trying to defend now the zone. Obviously, you said they had the first push, they had the initial points on their side, but it worked for them to keep Gray busy on top and then Ben to move around, flank them, and get in the zone. Once again, they took the lead after losing it, but due to the second push here. Oh, look at that! Really, they got pushed back by BackSquids. They're just providing so much in coverage.
Yeah, I'm thinking that bomb rush coming out, I believe, from one of the members of from the BackSquids there managed to do a really good job retaking, even though there is 3 members down on the side of BackSquids, and the zone will most definitely swing back in the way of Kraken Paradise as Echo gets pushed back out, and it's looking like it's a good reset for Kraken Paradise, even though BackSquids had an incredible push that came out that added a bunch of deficit timer to Kraken Paradise's count.
Echo all the way outside there, trying to flank and provide coverage from the way. Doesn't really get a target right now. That's his biggest problem. It's like, that's why probably he jumps back, resets, and gets back into the wall. Down to 51, though. It's still pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close as oh, pardon me. as Kraken Paradise, just that timer keeps on ticking away. Echo does have his Stingray and Ben as well with the baller, looking ready to push back in. Getting kind of scared, but the Rapid Blaster does have the baller. Is gonna look for it, gets the kill on Gray, and is ballering in now. He's gonna look to take that. Does take out Gaji and one more. Well, barely. Yeah, no, just doesn't manage to get the kill, but very close, as the zone swings back in the way of BackSquids.
Yeah, he splatted Gray before as well, and obviously that was a very important time when they took the splat zone there, because timer was running low for them. Now they're on 47, there's still a lot to trail, but with a plus 50 on the side of Kraken Paradise, that might be a good chance. Kaito gets a lot of pressure getting forward by the ball. There's no way for him to move. There's the next one waiting for him, and he finally gets splatted on the flank side there. Sasha Diko also getting another splat. Rain coming in now in yellow.
Was a wasted baller there on the side of Kraken Paradise as BackSquids so close to taking the lead. It's going back and forth. They do lose the zone, so a massive deficit now put on their zone now. So 48 points to work through if they do manage to take that back as KP move back into that center point.
It will be hard. Obviously, it's once again the BackSquids that need to make a move now. They need to get the zone once again and retake it. It's +8 only now, so as soon as that runs down, Ben and his teammates have to push in here. They're trying to do so now. They actually got it neutral at least, and with Ben's baller, it might help a bit, but no, he gets splashed immediately right after, so it seems like Kraken Paradise, the way stronger team here in the end game.
Yeah, it's looking like they're going to keep that zone for a little bit longer. Maybe manage to take it down all the way as Kashi just kind of avoiding the snipes. Very lucky 2 snipes that they managed to avoid as the timer ticks down to 0. And the game goes to Kraken Paradise.
Yeah, they're taking map number 3, so 2-1 advantage now. They still have to take another one, though. And it's not done and dusted yet. So not over for them. But especially in the last part of this matchup, it seems they were just stronger. Ben and the rest of the BackSquids were always waiting for that one strong push they could do. And every single time they went for it, it worked. But Kraken Paradise came back so quick.
Definitely, for sure. Kraken Paradise, BackSquids really made an attempt there towards the middle of that game to gain back some of the points that they'd lost in the way of Kraken Paradise having those aggressive pushes coming out. And it was a close game in the end. Like, even though it was a knockout, and that's just the way the splat zones works, really. In the end, it's most likely going to be a knockout, like 90% of the time. So Kraken Paradise managing to get that knockout, however. But BackSquids really fought really hard there to keep that zone and to keep that pressure up. And it was just unfortunate that for BackSquids that Kraken Paradise managed to pull it out right when they needed to.
Yeah, 2-1, another map is needed for Kraken Paradise. Obviously, they would send BackSquids down to the loser's bracket where they either face Ghost Gaming or Energetic, depending on the loser semi that we're currently waiting for. And Kraken Paradise, they would manage to at least get into the winner's bracket final, not the grand final though yet.
Yeah, it's gonna be hopefully a good. I'm coming out here trying to find out how to speak. It's gonna.
You can do it. I'm believing in you.
It's gonna be a good break for whatever team wins this. They're gonna have a nice game-long break where they can kind of sit about and wait for a bit for losers finals to conclude for them, which is kind of what they're gonna want in the end of in the end, because that's just going to leave some time, you know. It's going to leave some time to rethink the strategies that you go through. If they might be fighting a team that they've fought already. They might be fighting BackSquids, who they're fighting right now in that winners final. So thinking back on the mistakes that you made and how you could improve, or the differences you can make to your play to make it a sweep, you know.
Or if you really want to bring two umbrellas once again.
It was an interesting play. I don't know. I'm not sure how much of a good idea it was, but to be honest, you never know with these guys. They're always trying out something new, and I think it was something taken straight from the Japanese scene. So the Japanese scene, well known for their odd compositions. There was I believe a couple patches ago, they ran a triple brella composition. Like
wow.
A winning team of a really big competition ran a triple brella competition, which was very scary.
I mean, it probably looks nice, more like from a musical rather than an FPS. But hey,
Who knows?
that's all right.
We're gonna be going into the game now, I believe.
I hope so. We got a map at least, so
it'll be
there we
soon.
go.
It'll be soon.
Off to a map number 4. Could be the deciding one in case Kraken Paradise actually wins. If BackSquids win, then we will go into map number 5, which will be the last one, obviously, in this matchup. Once again, Kaito trying to provide something. There might be a chance for the first splat, but not getting it. Only trying to move around the tower here, making sure that his team is still under control of it, even without touching it right now.
Yeah, he's kind of just weaving back and forth, bobbing and weaving, looking for another kill. Pushing up a little bit, doesn't really manage to get anybody, but it's just sort of a neutral game at the moment. They're kind of fighting back and forth for no gains.
Yeah, it is Kraken Paradise in green, even if it says grey. That's not a color. It's a grey right on top of the tower right now, moving to the first checkpoint. I mean, they got it on the first push, which is good. They might even get it through, but no, Stingray pushing Gray off the tower. Watson can't really go onto it. Gray tries to touch it again. They just need 3 seconds here for the first checkpoint. They finally get it moving on along.
Yeah, managing to get it past that first checkpoint, but only barely. That's very dangerous for them. Imagine looking to stop it. Does fall off the map, I believe.
Kaito got a double there.
Yeah, beautiful double coming up from Kaito. A reset on the tower as BackSquids kind of lining it up for another push, or their first push, I guess. They've got their specials up, and Kaito taking out Kivra as well, and looking for a second, doesn't manage to get it.
Yeah, Kivra up, you see one of the strongholds there on the side of their team. But, I mean, Watson still waiting on some support of his team. There's the jump coming in so they can keep the tower going. But the BackSquids, they will try to push it back now. They need their first initial. I mean, 98, that's definitely not anything you can think about winning this matchup, not against Kraken Paradise.
No, it's not a good enough push to win a match. It's not a good enough push to even contest the match for them. So it's gonna be tough for the BackSquids. They just need to make a decent push against Kraken Paradise to hold this. And at the moment, it's not really coming out for them.
Imagine it at least brought it until the checkpoint. That was at least a start for them now, but obviously we know already that Kraken Paradise is through the first checkpoint down to 65. So covering now with the Inkjet trying to some more range, but there's the Stingray going for him immediately. Picking it up again, but no chance for a splat.
Unfortunate there, no chance for a splat. He's kind of being in a little bit of a duel as well on that side of the map. Being suppressed a bit by Echo. So imagine running that tower through the checkpoint as well. So that's good for them, I guess. Kiva kind of stuck and stranded at the moment with a little bit of a fight with Echo going on.
Imagine once again, that was on the tower, and they actually managed to get 66 against 65. That was sad. There was just another second. The margin should have stayed on the tower, but once again, Gray, so always the same two Inklings here, helping them to push the tower. It's either Gray on the side of Kraken Paradise, or it's Margin on the side of a BackSquids. But now without the checkpoint, it's way quicker for them. Down to 56 now. And right into the defense. That was a nice setup. They were waiting with 3 of them there.
Yeah, Kaito getting back on the tower to reset that as it stops the push from getting any further. Obviously, only 2 checkpoints on this map, so those checkpoints obviously incredibly important for the team, and they need to get to that final if they want to have a secure victory here. Either of the teams, they want that secured victory. They need that final checkpoint to be theirs without the other team getting anywhere near as close. BackSquids looking to converge onto KP at the moment and add a bunch of pressure onto them. They have the specials. Ben looking to push in with the baller. He's pushing in. He's looking for kills. He doesn't manage to get any at the moment. Does get one actually. No, I lie. He manages to get 1 kill as he pushes into the enemy spawn.
Yeah, they're trying to create a front line now way in front of that tower. They're finally caught up with their current high score, so they're going down to 62. Looking a bit stronger right now. Echo is still on it, but there's Kaito. Look at Kaito coming from the back game. Watson and Kivra. Kashi now finally finishing him off. That was close, but now they're pushing through it. They actually got the lead.
Yeah, imagine, unfortunately getting taken down just behind the tower and Gray resetting it, but not before BackSquids get their lead. They're looking to contest the tower a bit more. Ben getting taken down quite handily there by Gray. And it's looking like it's going to be a reset for Kraken Paradise. There's 10 seconds left on the clock. So BackSquid's going to need that Stingray. They have 74% of the way there. They're close. They don't have much time to get it as the Stinger is coming out to push the rest of BackSquids back. It's a 3v3 at the moment. Magin's looking to take out the tower. Does get taken out. The Stingray comes out to stop on the tower. Manages to take out Gray. Echo looking to get another. Gets 2, and that's the game, BackSquids! BackSquids! BackSquids!
This epic build-up, this game, and I forgot who won. Who won?
It's BackSquids. It was BackSquids that managed to bring it to a 2-2 here in our winners finals.
Guys, they're down to they're tight the game here once again, which means we actually go to the 5th map in the semifinals on the winner bracket side. I like that.
I like that. That's good. That's good. That's what we like to see. That's the important part of this double elimination bracket. We saw some great plays from Ben pushing the enemy team back. Even though his baller he didn't really manage to get anybody with the baller. He scared the Kraken Paradise all the way back into their spawn while his team managed to get themselves a push. Kaito coming in behind, as you can see in the replay here, who managed to get some beautiful kills. Before being taken down by Kaji, and a lead which I think Majin should be proud of.
It was a beautiful double. Kaji obviously stopped it then in the right moment, but in the end it wasn't enough with Ben leading his team there. We saw that creating a front line that was way, basically right in front of their respawn, rather than being closer to the tower, but in the end it worked for them. They managed to push it through, and even with the overtime, it wasn't enough for Kraken Paradise to take map number 4.
Yeah, making Kraken Paradise look kind of easy, which you really shouldn't be seeing here. BackSquids kind of showing the improvement that they've made as a team unit throughout the course of the European Championships, as well as the past couple months. Whilst Kraken Paradise has been consistently strong, seeing BackSquids coming through with these plays and these I guess you could say I'm looking for a word here, Renee. I can't find it. It's just going through my head.
Bring you a dictionary. They got tons of words. You can choose.
BackSquid's playing really well. They were playing incredibly for out of their suit, I guess. Doing a really good job of bringing it to a 2-2 tie.
Yeah, especially against one of the teams that is actually named best team in the West, even if you can argue about that. We talked about that already. Ben is out from the BackSquids, which means it's once again Kraken Paradise choosing map number 5 here, which will be a Rainmaker,
Yeah, the Rainmaker. It's going to be on Humpback, as we can see from the highlight. I'm not a fan of Humpback Pump Track. You are. You won your when did Humpback Pump Track come out debate with Matt earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wrong, which kind of hurts me, but hey, I'm casting on so many different games, I can't know all of it. But at least I was right with the video that it was presented. I found the video. It's actually on YouTube. It's from the 1st of April 2017, when Nintendo showed the Humpback Pump Track in the video. So I wasn't wrong with that, but I was actually wrong with when it came out. It was in the initial release of Splatoon 2. I'm sorry.
How did you remember a video from 2 years ago?
No, you need to see it like this. I mean, obviously, I'm not a game expert because I'm not a color caster for Splatoon, right? Since I'm doing multiple games, so I can't be color caster since I can't build that knowledge.
Yeah.
But back in the day when we casted this, I had to know about the videos since I had to introduce them and say like, hey, we go onto this video now, then we go onto a game, you know, all the different steps in the broadcast. So I definitely knew about the video.
So we are going into our game. We'll talk a bunch of crap later on, but Kraken Paradise getting the initial pop, I believe, and they're looking to set up a defensive here. One of their members has gone down, and BackSquids, 2 of their members have gone down. BackSquids looking to mount a really quick initial push here to take out Kraken Paradise in this final match. It's down to 40 points here, and as the Stingray comes out, Echo looking to get a little bit further and manages to get it all the way to 23.
Kaji obviously can play out the range of the Splatling there. On the start of the Rainmaker, but it was once again BackSquids with that crazy push down to 23 already. Now they moved it back finally on the side of Kraken Paradise. Gray is on it. He seems to be the man for all objective work. Stingray coming out for the BackSquids. Oh, was that a splat? No, but Kato is moving in. They're trying to get Ben here, and they actually got rid of him.
Yeah, taking out one of the members of BackSquids was incredibly important for Kraken Paradise as they pull that Stingray out. They're looking to get the lead. The Inkjet taking him down when he was moving it down to 34. Taking out Kaji too. Kaito taking out too. An incredible play from him, really stopping that push and that momentum from Kraken Paradise after such an incredible push that BackSquids got out earlier in the match. BackSquids looking now to take back mid control and get that Rainmaker away from their base.
Obviously, both teams faced a huge push already. He's like close to their pedestal. Oh, Splat Umbrella wasn't enough for Gray to hide for Kaito. Kaito definitely took him out. There might be a chance for a second Splat. Yeah, he does get Kaiba as well. So it looks pretty good for Kaito. Kaito getting a 3rd one. Now on the roll.
Kaito showing that he's a really strong player here, even against incredible enemies such as Kraken Paradise, a strong front liner. They're looking to extend their push. Imagine with the Rainmaker coming into this Kraken Paradise's base. This could take him down, but no before taking out Gray. It's looking like it's going to be a reset for Kraken Paradise as 3 members of BackSquids go down.
I thought that there's a good chances they had the support from the Stingray, but still Kraken Paradise managed to stop the Rainmaker there. They also getting it pushed at least a bit into enemy territory while Stingray comes out for Kraken Paradise. But still, they just missing that initial push where they get at least double to really move forward.
Yeah, Kraken Paradise here looking for another push at the moment. They did lose one of their members, but they do have Kiver with his baller at the moment. Taking out... they lost their Rainmaker. That's it. That's the end of the push. But Kiver doing as much as he can here to maintain mid-control. Dropping a baller in an unfortunate location, not managing to take out the Slosher as he has to kind of back off a little bit. The Inkjet as well, adding pressure.
Kaiba no chance to actually survive there, that's for sure. Marchin now trying to build their in coverage once again so they can actually get the Rainmaker and move it along. Who's in position of it now? No, it is in position, but it's in position of Kraken Paradise. But Gray falls, also Splat Bomb Launcher coming out for Marchin, so they actually get a lot of coverage done here. Is that Kaito on the other side? No, Kaito's here with them right now. Right?
Kaito's on the BackSquids here, and he's out in there. He was on the respawn, so he couldn't really do much to stop them. The Stingray coming out from Kaji here to add some more pressure onto the BackSquids so that Kraken Paradise can open up that push. Imagine using that Rapid Blaster to full effect, that splash damage radius on the end to just damage the players that he can't actually see. Kraken Paradise looking to make a push. Do get taken down. Stingray coming out from Echo to push them back, and it's... Wait, the pop has come out. It's Kraken Paradise still an advantage here as BackSquids are getting pushed back. It's just 2 members of Kraken Paradise versus 2 members of BackSquids. The Stingray comes out. That's it. That's it for the push for Kraken Paradise, I believe, as the Rainmaker is about to reset. And unfortunate for them there in that final moment because they were
that saved the lives of BackSquids, that's for sure. They were waiting. They were looking at, can they touch it? Can they maybe get it? But it was just way too crazy to get close to the Rainmaker. Now it's the last 40 seconds. And it seems like the BackSquid could go up against the favorite here and send them down to the loser bracket. They're leading 23-34 for the last 30 seconds. Ben gets taken out by Kaiba, who just came around there. Grano forcing it. He's on the Rainmaker with the support against this Stingray. Can he hold it? No, he can't. And he only got it down to, no, not even 34. So that might be the end here.
2 members down for BackSquids, however, and Kraken Paradise are looking to make this final push in the last 10 seconds of the map. They get taken down again. Watson with the baller trying to make some room for his team. Are they going to be able to pop it in the last couple seconds as they put so much pressure on the BackSquids? Kraken Paradise looking to take this final. No, they don't get it. They've done Watson doing so much work for Kraken Paradise there, right at that end, not managing to get anything done. And the win goes to BackSquids, who take this 3-2.
Yeah, even Kiver couldn't help them. I mean, obviously, with the last push of Ray, that wasn't bad, but they had a Stingray against them. They had BackSquids that really had a solid defense setup because they always stop them here at the same corner, basically, with the same setup.
Yeah, Watson doing so much there at the end for Kraken Paradise. He's only a sub player for this, and he was doing so much. He was taking out so many members of BackSquids. It was unfortunate they just didn't manage to get the Rainmaker pop right at the end. And honestly, it could have gone either way.